Yeah, I guess I'll do like the prologue or something. And we are absolutely doing that paralogue again. like, if you think that there is any chance that we are not going to run that back and do that paralogue again, I hate to tell you. No online. Yeah, famous last words. Let's get her close to the action. You know, like scooting her ahead so she doesn't get caught in the meteor that I know is coming, and then triggers the meteor that is going to come. And of course, both game over conditions. I'm sorry, all 4 game over conditions were in the meteor range. I guess he technically could have picked Byleth too, although Byleth has, you know, some avoid. Not that I know what even goes into the magic avoid formula, because God forbid they tell us. That is like forbidden information. I guess now we're at Krylith. We're crying. Dang, we're never going to get to Heavy Rain at this point. Is Krylith correct? Yes. Yes, it is. What do we do? Like May? Yeah, let's do May 14th. That sounds about right. Dang, now I have all the bad habits also. Of like having good movement and repositional skills and all that I would have to play around. No, do not delete mommy. Pick male Byleth, never. There is no such thing as male Byleth. Magic Avoid is like speed plus luck. Yeah. She had quite a bit of speed. That's for sure. Who is this new student? Gerald, he seems strong. Let's recruit him. Yeah, let's just like do this backwards. Man, how annoying. And now I have to like play not in a hurry, even though of course like the only thing on my mind is like getting back to that map and beating it. It's the guy who died. He's back from the dead. Hey, just like Marianne, Gerald is also rescued from death. So like, good for him. She can handle both if she heals, right? Right. Yeah, she's fine. Male Byleth, as if that exists. Miss me with male Byleth. Next thing I know, you'll be telling me male Corrin exists, which we also know to not be true. You're always pranking me. Why did I move away from Byleth for the extra EXP? Foolish. Kill me, I dare you. I have nothing to fear from you. I no longer fear death. Now in the next run, all I do is dump res onto Claude. Claude, my man, you've got to survive the meteor attack this time. I could try auto-battling. Good idea. Yeah, let's see how that goes for me. That would be the ultimate, like, go with God moment. Like, to work my way all the way back there. And be like, yes. Now, let's see if it's meant to be. Yeah, it is kind of freeing again to be like, go ahead, kill me, I don't care. I'll just rerun it until I don't have to burn a bunch of uses of my combat arts, weapon durability. Okay. Gotta remember to steal some weapons. I absolutely despise that talk command. It's like only there to mess you up. I swear, it's so pointless. Get Geralt killed. Man, just can't you wait 8 chapters? You can't have bloodlust on a guy that's gonna die anyway. Indeed I did, Gray. I did, oh, you experienced thief. I did the Petra Prologue, and wouldn't you know it, a meteor got dropped on Claude's head, and he sure didn't avoid it. Oh, you fucking talk command. Go away. So now the long 60-hour climb back into that position. Hey, okay, that's kind of a good level, I guess.
Anything for my princess.
Boy, if you didn't get tired of the drops from the room before, you sure will now. Alright. Like, you're not gonna attack him. Okay, so in case this somehow goes sideways on me and the map ends, at least we will have gotten rid of all of our crap. Kind of made Hubert not scary with him being a dark mage instead of warlock, and only one times meteor since he can't get memory dies to meteor. It's true. I did say these things. Yes, he was a joke, but he does have the element of surprise. Surprise! You've used 9 out of your 11 turn options. Alright, Cloud, give me a level. And make it good. Where's the res, Claude? We know you need that res.
Ooh, another chode.
And again, I'm like, I'd be interested to learn his AI for that, considering he had 2 armored knights to choose from and he chose Claude. That's really quite telling, I guess, that Claude was the best target of the 3. All right, we're turning the boat around. We're on the track, onwards and upwards to great things. I mean, that was only my first real attempt at Iron Manning it, so that would have been something, I guess, if I'd pulled it off. I tried to Iron Man Conquest like probably 10 times before I actually pulled it off. Well, probably not that many, but at least 6 or 7 probably. And this game is easier despite all the mechanics, just because you can become Super Saiyan and dominate. But it's also not easier in that the game hides some things from you. Surprise! Surround Hubert's spawn point with your defeat condition so you can't lose to Meteor. It's true. It's the number one tactic. To be fair, he was right at the edge of it, as were the other defeat conditions. What, Bernadetta was like the furthest one in, and she was 2 in, so... Mommy, you've come back to us. Uh-huh. I mean, like, yeah, I know I lost, and it's my fault as the player, but... there is maybe something to be said about the poor design decision to do that in the first place. And maybe not spawn them in at the end of the enemy's next round of turns. I don't know. That seems a little more optimal. No, I already talked with you. You're fine. You're good. I think Meower had said it best, like the best strategy is to simply not play it when there is a no-win proposition, such as same-turn reinforcements. Alright. Man, I got 3 more hours of fishing to do. What a goddamn curse. As if replaying all the other maps was not enough punishment for my crime. I demand proportionality for my crime. This is too far. Ugh, and I have to do that Gronder 1 again. It's like the real mental anguish that I suffer is going through Gronder 1. Sack Ignitz? No, this time it's perfect. This is the perfect run. I say that knowing full well that I'm going to have to restart it again, because I'm going to play in a hurry, whether I try to or not. And that's a very dangerous thing to do. Although now, you know, I do know some of the more dangerous areas, having gone through it a couple times recently. So that could inform some decision making. Let's go receive Dedue's seed. Yes, we take your seed in. Good news is that our early game will probably not be quite as painful as it was last time. In that Leone and Byleth had really tough early speed level ups. That Annette's kind of common for me. I'm not too concerned about that Annette. And she doesn't need that strength anyway. It's just kind of an interesting thing when her strength is like 1 point higher than her magic. Whoops. It's my first day. I've never played this game before. Dedue seed. I'm kind of thinking at this point should I modify the challenge in any way? Like maybe not do like auxiliary fights, perhaps? Like that might make sense. What are we doing? Oh, Marianne. Wow, hey, you look pretty good for a dead girl. What are we doing? So we're probably chasing early Physic and Thoron with her. And early Tempest Lance with Hilda. Yeah, you ate with the babes. I'm jealous. Have some renown. Build the ultimate Bernard. I mean, I feel like we kind of did build the ultimate Bernard, didn't we? I mean, the question is how much I want to back off on that and maybe invest in Flame as the rescue user. Obviously, rescue did me a lot of good with, you know, them not having a turn available to them to actually do any rescuing in my darkest moment. It would have been basically down to Byleth probably surviving a meteor if he even chose to attack her. If I could have gotten Claude out of there with a rescue. Yeah. I know what's over there. I've been to the future. What else is there here? Why did I walk towards that? I could see clear as day that was blocked off. I'm in a liminal state. I have suffered trauma. There's like nothing to find in here, right? Like there's no student dropped items. Yeah, I don't think there's like any owl feathers or anything like that. I think it's just all about the quests. And I can't fast travel yet either, can I? Also annoying. Okay, whatever. Whatevs. Yeah, what is the ultimate Bernard anyway, Triabolical? What are you thinking? Hey, a prelude. More fishing to come. Report to Flame. Okay. Yes, I think we're done. War Cleric Bernard? What's the thinking there? No cantoing? Like YOLO? Just like you go in, you do your business with vengeance, and then you stand firm at 1 HP next to all the enemies? I mean, I'm kind of into it, I guess. It's a bold tactic. Oh, I didn't even go up here. There's nothing there for me anyway. Nothing that's gonna matter. Oh, how unfortunate! I have to use Ignatz again. Back to Ignatz, real Ignatz hours, extended Ignatz time. How do we do this? Ooh, that's right. Iron gauntlets. That could work pretty well for you. I forgot about that. Alright. And we do not know what battalions are. So I guess we fight. If I somehow lose Byleth here, I'm going to bed. I will not restart again tonight. What's your attack speed? Attack speed 9, oh my god. Oh wait, you're actually streaming in this dimension instead of all the other ones Discord is hooked up to. It's true. I'm not sure I would like to be in this dimension anymore after what you missed, which resulted in a meteor being dropped on Claude's head in the Petra Prologue, ending the run, and my life as I know it. So I would like to be maybe traveling to those other dimensions any minute now and check out what's going on there. Alright. Yeah, I triggered the Hubert spawn literally with all 4 fail conditions in his range, and with 2 turns left, 2 unit turns left. 21 attack. Are we gonna die to this? So that'd be what, 15? Yeah, we survived barely. So yeah, that was kind of grimy. Petra obviously would totally have died, so I had to move her out of the way. Bernie, of course, would totally have died, so I moved her out of the way, and I thought, oh well, you know, he has 2 like green reinforcements on my side that he can attack instead of Claude and Byleth. Byleth probably would have dodged it anyway. But no, he chose Claude. Basically, I don't think that there was any way out of that once I spawned it. I guess, you know, joke's on me for doing that Prologue at all, but... what do we want to do here? We're so fast. Let's just get that extra chip on him. Would be nice if he would actually, like, show what you're doing. Hey, that's what I said. I was like, oh, Marianne's alive. She looks pretty good for a dead girl. So, the bright side, as I was saying, as my girlfriend laughed at me as I was beginning to say this, is, you know, it actually really didn't sit well with me that I had a casualty in the first place. And I was kind of thinking earlier today, well, maybe I go back. Right, like maybe I go back at some point. I can tell you, it wasn't going to be in 2022 when I went back and take another crack at it as a perfect run, because that's what I did for Conquest, right? Like that's what makes me so proud of the Conquest run is no deaths, because you can very easily Iron Man that game, but it's kind of a different matter. To Iron Man that without any deaths whatsoever. So the bad news is, like I said, I wasn't going to do that tonight. I was not going to do that tonight.
ごめん、痛かった？
Okay, so that's a kill on you. But now it's not. Yeah, so like he had a kill on like I guess 4 people. But yeah, he went for the kill on the player unit. I didn't even look at the hit rate. I assume it was probably like 85 plus, something huge. But basically, yeah, when I was done with that run, pardon me, again, the plan was to take a little bit of a break after heavy rain, which probably would have been a couple days on like maybe back-to-back weekends with my friend, and come back with a different game. So the good news is if you enjoy watching the channel, there's plenty more of this game coming up. ... A little bit of a lucky hit. Uh-oh, Run's in trouble already. I guess. Yeah, we can't even really try and keep her over here, keep Edelgard over there, due to the overlapping range. How should I... Yeah, she should be fine over here. Chat wants Radiant Dawn hard mode, Iron Man. Well, you know, unfortunately for chat, I've never played a Path of Radiance all the way through, so you're gonna have to wait quite a while. Okay, so let's do this, I guess. So we've only got the 5 attack speed. Path of Radiance will probably go quickly. It's hard as nowhere close to the same level as Maddening. Yeah, I've heard it's a little bit of a cakewalk. Oh, I guess this is actually the right spot to attack from, Alright, dude, we need a good level. HP, speed, charm. And can't really attack with you until the very end, and even then, it's not that helpful, is it?
しないで。
Three house mechanics are so usable. Yes, that is true. You know, you game over on the final map once. Not that much of a cakewalk. Alright, little speed, please. Little speed, ma'am. Oh, a little HP luck.
You gotta tear me apart!
Byleth.
私を手
Krylith, as it were. Okay. What do we want to do here? Let's just give ourselves a little extra Lance experience, shall we? Yeah, I tried Path of Radiance like multiple times and found it to be so goddamn slow and so goddamn boring. It was a little tough for me to keep up on it. But I'm still like planning to go and take a look at it and run through it one day. I guess my real interest, probably not in the long term, or I guess not in the short term, but in the long term, is I would like to work through Awakening on its like most difficult level. I've seen Kuroi go through it like enough times where I'm like, this is interesting, I wonder if I could do it. All that jazz. But wasn't really thinking about doing that until maybe end of the year, maybe start of next year.
さあどうするんだ。
Alright. We got the 9 crits. We got the 9 luck. Gonna double us, dude? Kinda. Kinda, but not really. Yeah, well, let's get these guys a little closer to the action here. Famous last words, since that's what I said right when I moved Petra past the spawn point. I thought she had to be way closer. Like, how is... It just dawned on me. It just radiant dawned on me. Like, she ended her turn in range of Meteor. I had to save her from Meteor. Like, so the whole concept at play here should be that she cannot end her turn in range of Meteor, right? As a designer, isn't that exactly where you set the boundary? You say, well, that would be pretty messed up if we set it so she ends her turn, maybe she's the last person to act, and she's in the Meteor range and she gets killed immediately. Like, that's just... My girlfriend is saying I'm so bitter, but, like, that's just a bad game design. Like, it is. Like, I don't think it's bad... I don't think that it was as bad a play as it is as bad a design decision to allow for that. Because I just realized it. Because I was just assuming that I was like, oh man, I just really screwed that up. But then it dawned on me that it's actually a little bit more cruel and punitive from the developers than I had kind of initially thought. Like, if we all gathered around and said, how do we set up these spawn reinforcements, we would have done it at that cutoff. Like, once she's safe, then it can spawn. Yeah, it's designed for Divine Pulse, is what my girlfriend is saying, which of course is true. But, let's see. I personally think it is acceptable to complain about the decision that was put into this game to use Divine Pulse as a mechanic in general. Bye-bye.
やるじゃない。これよし、一丁上がりだ。
Well, she gets Catherine for that map instead of Hubert. Catherine doesn't get Meteor. Checkmate. Yeah, true. Yeah, it's all about the DP bleeding. Alright, I always forget how I try and drag these guys out. Guess let's do it this way. Spread our assets out.
大した手際だな先生
Yeah, say your cool line and do your cool hand maneuvers. Run away! Imagine if they did inexplicably give Catherine a 10-range sword and then it has to animate her throwing it. I mean, they would just give her Viscum, right? Alright. So you are, like, harmless. You're a little baby. You are puny. I don't think we need to heal her this turn. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, I was hoping he would, like, run back up. 2% crit on me there. That would have been that would have been real funny. I'd have been laughing about that one, alright. 10 attack speed. Alright. Yeah, give her the physical Viscum. I support this idea. Shoot. Should have set up Hilda and Claude a little bit better.
手強い相
Yeah, now say you're sorry. Okay. Little extra damage when you're using curved shot for the damage point. So close. But we do have a bow. Yeah, getting risky with not 100% on that one.
Shooting.
Okay, so this is like the last time we're gonna heal. Oh, never mind. No, it's not. How slow are you? You must be god-awful. So if we're up at 3, we're fine. Yeah, a physical Viscum is just a gun. Just give her a gun, is what you're saying.
しないで。
Uh-oh, Krylith getting a little out ahead with that EXP. But hey, with a level like that, what can we say?
He's huge!
He's getting huge. Marianne doesn't seem very dead to me. Oh, this is true. Hello, Matt Damon. You're very handsome, by the way. I suppose it is time to update the dead counter at long last. So what are we calling this? My dignity, yes. Yes. Dignity lost. The last dignity is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace. There we go. Looking good. Yeah, let's all keep in mind, again, before we make fun of me, that I am on painkillers, and that explains every bad decision. Every mistake is the painkiller's fault. Whoa! Wow, as I almost, like, end turn and get her annihilated immediately. I guess this is the map to do it in. Yeah, the painkillers, they are Jokerfying me. They are twisted, just like those who slither in the dark. See, my girlfriend is telling me, like, well, I mean, but you're the one who chose to do it on painkillers. False. The painkillers changed my judgment, almost like a parasite-host relationship. I'm coming off of the painkillers. It's almost time. It actually is like 30 minutes overdue for painkillers. My judgment was impaired, but now it's good. Now it's good forever until I take more painkillers. And then I'm in trouble. So we just face crit here no matter what we do, right? No matter what is going on. Do we have a training bow on anybody? Really? Really? No, false. False. I would never... Trust me, painkillers right now are the most valuable thing to my entire existence. I would never do anything to blame painkillers. Painkillers are life, painkillers are truth. I see how people get addicted to them. Damn, 7 crit. What are you gonna do? You always face crit against this guy. Oh, that's right. Guess I could have given her her lance back, huh? All right, let's. Can we do a little of this? Do we dare kill Marianne in the house versus house battle? That would be fitting, wouldn't it? Let's stand here and do we take a little shot? No, because we face 8 crit. Oh yeah, we can definitely kill this guy. Oh yeah. Alright. Alright, my sweet precious angel, give me that level I deserve. Give me the level I need, yeah baby!
I'm gonna come.
Oh baby. She missed out on magic and res though. I don't know, it could be consequential. Leone best speed demon. Oh, we had slow Leone. We had slow-oni last run. That didn't work out so well in the early game, but she got out of it eventually. And Byleth also had a very bad start speed-wise, but then she ended up with like 50 speed, so that worked out well. Gonna have to rely on class-based stats for Magic Leone now. It's true. We're basically just waiting to get that plus 16, or that 16 Madge by certifying her as a Warlock. And it's gonna have to do for our 11 sword question mark Leone strats. Okay, this is like for sure the last month I'm doing. I'm not extending beyond this one. It would be pretty funny if this run also were to end, because let's face it, if I lose anyone in the first month, like I'm gonna just restart the whole run. By missing like a bunch of 80%ers in a row in the Red Canyon, which is like totally possible. I've definitely had that happen. Red Canyon, if you could land your gambits, Red Canyon would be like almost 100% reliable. But I've definitely been like, okay, I gotta hit this 86. Okay, I gotta hit this 82. Alright, gotta hit the 78 now. Alright, now I'm down to needing to hit a 67. And I missed that too. And now so-and-so is dead. I guess I should have tried the 45% gambit earlier in the fight. What could it mean? Okay, let's go take a look at the beautiful seed that we took from Dedu. Beautiful seed we received. Ugh, it's so annoying to have to worry about professor level again. Okay, we did get an Angelica seed, which is nice. Guess we'll see if we can maybe find another one of those. At least we can fast travel now. Like jump scaring the child in the marketplace. Ugh, I hate feeling like I gotta go find everything now. It's like the worst part of restarting is just having to go through the monastery, find blue things, pick them up, give them to students. Oh, and that's the other thing too, is we did get pretty lucky with Annette's recruitment. We got her very quickly last time. So hopefully that happens again. That's the real Annette loss, potentially. Is having to wait several extra weeks to get her, or not being able to get her at all, potentially. We gave ourselves a lot of time. So it's pretty unlikely to go the entire game without getting her, but you never know. That's why I tend to lure enemies across the bridge. Yeah, same for me. I must ensnare them. It's like the only way I feel any semblance of confidence. What am I doing? What am I doing? Gonna go talk to Daddy? Yes, Daddy was up here. I remember thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to give one of these battalions to Ignatz. He's got hit plus 20. He'll have reasonable hit rates on his gambits. Forehead. No, even him. like nobody has good hit rates on their gambits. That experiment turned to shit. So he will not be getting an early gambit. Or early battalion, I mean. Okay, so we just gotta, like, mosey. Oh, and this is where we acquire our himbo unit. Hello, sir. Welcome back.
そうだな。
Oh wait, I went the wrong direction. I just saw Sylvain and I just kept running towards him, and then running past him. He's very distracting. We gotta try and recruit him early again. Well, not by pressing the recruit button. Didn't you have a story to tell me here that I'm just gonna play along with? Guess not.
実はお願いがあるの。
そういう大先生、君も君に頼みがあるのだが。
Dang, we never actually got to use Flame in combat either. All that building of Flame. We never actually got to see how good it was going to turn out. Her magic stat was pretty good, so I think it would have worked out fine. But now we don't need Flame because we've got Marianne. She's alive, baby! Wait, is that Kaiba voicing Seteth in Japanese? I do not know what a Kaiba is. I don't know who that is. Whoever it is doing a very good job. I know that much. The Yu-Gi-Oh character? Oh snap. Yeah, I don't know. I never saw Yu-Gi-Oh. Never played the games. But that would be pretty funny. I am familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh. I just watched popular streamer Saxima Fumpet play 12 hours of Yu-Gi-Oh! Whatever that PlayStation game is called. Forbidden Memories, maybe? I don't know. I don't remember what it was. It caused him so much trauma, and it caused me trauma by watching it as well. That is like largely the extent of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Knowledge at this point. No, we will not sing. Just never heard the Japanese dub. Yeah, the Japanese dub is pretty solid. I do not speak Japanese. And I get in trouble if I overstate the Japanese capabilities of my significant other. She makes a face at me, but she knows some Japanese. And she tells me that they're doing a swell job. she's laughing. She also laughed when I lost the run. You know, that was my only self-worth that I have in life is how well the run was going. You can't laugh at a man's Iron Man run failing. I mean, that's how I would introduce myself to new people. Like, hi, my name's Brad. I'm streaming on the internet. It's a Fire Emblem Iron Man. Are you impressed? Would you be my friend? What am I getting? I'm just like, again, mindlessly walking. We should probably equip those before I forget.
I'd serpentine if I were you.
Oh, Anti-Rabbit, hello. Hey, good news, Anti-Rabbit. No more spoilers for you. Rest in peace, Papa. Papa died in your run. He knows the secret, and that's good, I guess. But now we're back in chapter 1 now of our run because I died in the old run. So yeah, you can now witness a little bit more of my screen without deadly spoilers leaking forward and contaminating your innocent mind. How sad though that we lost Daddy. Well, Daddy's back. Daddy's back with a vengeance in my run, baby. You're gonna see a lot of Daddy in the next several streams. It's Daddy time. I looked at my wrist, and my watch screamed back, Daddy time. What are we given? Like Sylvain, I guess maybe should get the PRT one, and maybe Leone can get the attack one. Is there an attack one? Yeah, there's an attack one. We must preserve my innocent mind. Yeah, I would hate if I were the one to destroy that #1 asset of yours. And it could have happened, but now, for your protection, I ended my other run in tragedy. Cronolyn, hello. I listened you died in the last run. Yes, I did die. I had a meteor dropped on my head. I triggered reinforcements on accident. That was incredibly bad timing because I had 4 fail condition units in range of the meteor attack. So yeah, bad job. Bad job on my part. Is that a command to add a quote? It's Daddy time. I need a audio drop of that to play. I have nothing related to daddies of any kind on my stream deck, which is really too bad. I need daddies.
So boring.
It's boring without daddies. I need multiple daddies. Yeah, the only thing I can do, once again, raiders, and thank you, Anti-Rabbit, for the raid, I do appreciate it, is once again a reminder on this channel, Fire Emblem units should not wear hats, so our #1 priority is to continue living in this run. Our #2 priority is to recruit Dorothea and remove her hat, and remove any hats that we see on other units. That's what she's got hiding under the hat, and it's a shame she covers it up. The hat is obscene, and I cannot lay my eyes on it without crying. So, bear with me. Bear with me. What are we doing? This is the cooking? Cooking? Yes. Okay. So we've got 2 points. What are we doing here? Ignatz and I guess Lorenz to make them useful. Let's do that. Yeah, as I was kind of explaining prior to the raid, the person who was attacking me, I will remain spoiler-free there, attacked me and had the option to attack Armored Knight units that could very easily have been killed by that same attack, and chose instead to F me in particular and dropped it on our sweet precious boy Claude. Okay, so we're done here. There's like no fishing, right? We can't buy bait. It's not a fishing day. Wouldn't do it anyway because it's not fistfuls of fish. No quests left to do. They're all done. So let's just eat one more time and get out of here. Gotta like trying to remember also who we focused training on early on. Definitely not Raphael. I cannot wait to see what I forget, what I overlook, what I was so studious about before that I now just like blitz right past without thinking. Alright, group tasks. First and foremost, we have a strong need for Leone and Sylvain to fly as quickly as possible. Auto-instruct. Okay, and in week 1, we want this little twerp to get rally speed. Oh, that helps quite a bit. Thank you, sir. Called you a twerp. I take it back. Beautiful. Wow. Got it so quickly. The bright side, yes, is that I will have Marianne again. She's back from the dead, baby. She's looking like $1,000,000. I've never felt better about losing a run than knowing in my heart of hearts that Marianne is back from the dead, baby, and she's going to carry the run. Alright, Lorenz, also key, since he is kind of useless without fire. And because we don't have DLC characters... is that going to be enough for him? May not be. We're going to have to use Lorenz for a little while. And then Hilda, I guess we do want her to have a little bit more reliability, as they say. So she'll definitely get it. Okay, goals. Everyone's favorite part of the run. Me staring at this screen intently for 5 minutes at a time. You really, honestly, only need authority. That's it. You'll get rally strength, and then in your Prologue, you'll be able to equip a good battalion. You, like, for sure, need reason. Would be nice to get you faith as well. We'll worry about that later. For you, authority and bow. We'll train directly on axes later. Ignatz, you know, I kind of had a realization that I was making life a lot harder on myself. Because he's kind of done with authority already, right? He really just needs rally speed. But if we increase that bow rank, he can get the like debuffing combat art, which would be good for like the monster level or any number of other levels, because he doesn't always need curved shot like everybody else. Lysithia would really be nice to get heal on her, wouldn't it? Really would. Not sure if that's going to happen. Should I recruit Marianne, chat? You know the answer, Triabolical. I was on your side when she was dead in my run, but now I'm a Marianne man. Now we're gonna find a way to do a same-sex S support with Marianne. We're gonna marry this girl. We're gonna patch the game ourselves. We're gonna hack into the mainframe, and we're gonna make her like us. Damn it! She's only depressed because she doesn't know how much she loves us yet. Once she knows how much she loves us, she is going to be so happy. We're going to cure her depression. Casper and Flane are better sacrifices. I kind of like Flane. I kind of like her. I don't like her nearly as much in this run. I do like her as a Dark Flyer, but I like everyone as a Dark Flyer. So what do we do here? She needs curved shot like ASAP. So let's do that. And also she would really benefit from close counter quickly. So even though it's a little wasteful, I think we've got a little overhead. This is fine. I don't really want to get into bows with him quite yet. Okay, instruction, group task, goals, all done. Oh no, I gotta look up the answers now. I'm so glad to be past this part. I'm not very good at sharing my opinion. It's because the second you open your mouth, one of the other students puts you into a trash can. Yeah, they'll appreciate your opinion. Sure they will. All my Flanes have been disappointing, but maybe I was unlucky. Honestly, they would make Flane so much better if they just let her have a boon in horseback riding. That would help her so much. Like, you would have Kanto Rescue, Dark Knight Flane. Like, let's go. That would be a good class for her. Easy to achieve. It also doesn't help that the, like, requirements for Dark Knight are higher writing than reason. It should be the other way around. So her bane in writing hurts her even more. Okay, so we got, I think, everything we were hoping to get. I did meme with her one time, as Fortnite. I don't know, I mean, it's fun and all. But it does feel kind of painful to use Fortress Knights in general. Adjutant for her father as a peg, yes. Yeah, that's what she was doing quite a bit of in the run that ended. In fact, that's exclusively what she was doing. She never made it into a fight, even though she was at like level 27, only a handful of levels behind the main team. Oh, that's my favorite fight. I hate this fight. The like diving into the trees and all that. Yeah, no thank you. Okay. Oh, what do we got here? Do we got ourselves a little bit of a fast Leone again? Oh, we do. That's making me happy at least. Fast Leone. You know what? Let's actually preserve her over here. Is that... Do we have to use Raphael? Oh, God, we gotta use them all. Well, I guess she doesn't need the Iron Gauntlets for this fight. Wait, what's your attack speed? You actually do need a training lance, don't ya? You do. Can we get that from anybody? No, we can't. Oh, that's right, we got a steel sword. How nice. Wait, what the fuck? Yeah, what's going on? What's going on, Josh? You miss anything? Yeah, you missed a meteor getting dropped on Claude's head. Now I gotta make a thing for that, like I did with Marianne. It's very disappointing. Now we need the equivalent of this, but for Claude, and with like, I don't know, maybe the moon from Majora's Mask dropping on his head. But the good news is Marianne's back. Back from the dead and meaner than ever. So get ready for that. She's out to collect. Where am I going with this? She's out to collect because she's got the receipts from all the shit talk chat was doing after she died, and she's gonna make you guys pay. I hope you were all nice to her, because she's gonna remember who wasn't. Yes. Do the Thanos clip and edit Claude's head on Iron Man. Yes, that would make sense. I should do that. I will do something fun with it. I will turn my suffering into a delight for all. Alright, what are we doing? What are we doing? Leone, your Iron Lance. Ooh, it's so cringe. It's awful. You need a new one, darling. Let's go to the lance shop. Buy you what you need, what you deserve. Aren't we supposed to have more money than that? Worried I overlooked something already. Alright, there's your training lance. Ignatz, oh, you little twerp. We gotta go big for you. We gotta go all in on that steel bow. And I guess, I don't know, we want to try and conserve its uses if we're able to. Maybe an iron bow as well. Yeah, so Josh, I triggered the reinforcements in the Petra Paralogue. And wouldn't you know it, all 4 of my fail conditions were in the meteor range. So Claude, Byleth, Petra, and Bernadetta were all right there. At the edge, but right there. And I only had 2 units left to move. One of which was Linhart and one of which was Lysithia, so they warped the 2 weakest out. But Claude remained. And the hope was that Claude could maybe, you know, endure it. Maybe take that hit like a champ. But no, he died like a bitch. Died like a bitch. Yeah, what do we... Maybe I'm pressing the button in the hopes that it pulls up the clip that says, "Little bitch, you make me sick." Let's see. Let's see. Maybe I'll be lucky tonight.
Stinky!
No? Okay. Just stinky. Yeah, well, the luck is turning around here. Gotta love ambush spawns with invisible triggers, yes. And I was told I was maulding, basically, by my girlfriend when I complained about the fact that the trigger is within the meteor range, because any normal human being would have set it up so that the trigger was when you are, like, 1 outside of it with the fail condition, but no. As Kuroi aptly said, they want you to burn through those divine pulses by hook or by crook. And that, you know, that's just good game design. Everybody always talks about how good the game design is for this game. So true, and you're hearing it more and more. Let's take that steel sword. She got the iron lance. That should be fine. She's kind of slow. Like, is she gonna be fast enough to double these guys even? She's offsetting 2. Training lance is only 5 weight, right? Yeah, so she would need a point of speed. But that might still prove useful in the next map, so let's buy her. Buy her one. It is so funny though, Josh. Like, you know, every time you join chat, you ask the same question.
When are they gonna get to the fireworks factory?
And then we get there and you're not even present. That's what you get for, like, going and taking a shower or reading a book or something. Don't be smart, don't be clean, don't have good habits. Study the stream forensically for the failures that are bound to happen. Let that be a lesson to all of you. You should always be studying the stream so you know how to fail best. Alright, so I do remember now that I did forget to buy training lances for everybody last time for the Red Canyon map, and that did make my life much tougher. So we will not make that same mistake this time. We will spend that money. So yeah, he does need an iron bow though, which sucks. The worse I am though, the better the content. We have the chorus to mauled over. This is true. Yes, this is true. I need to find like a maulding emote or something. Oh, and by the way, we do have new BTTV emotes to the 2 people who will use them. Of course, we've got Huge, which, you know, should be getting used all the time, every time Leone gets a level up. But I did add Nodders, and I did add a Nopers as well. So yes, we do have Nodders and Nopers for all those who, you know, enjoy these types of things. Alright, I think we're good here. Yeah, she doesn't need anything. She's perfect the way she is. Now that she's alive... Yes. They're not showing up in my Twitch chat. You gotta download the BTTV extension, the browser extension, and then you will see these beautiful BTTV emotes. I think we've got, like, quite a few now. Yeah, I think we've probably got, like, I don't know, we have, like, 15 that are shared, but then I've made, like, maybe 9 or 10 of them specific to my channel. And you can see the commands on the channel if you're looking at it through your PC. Okay, I think we can progress now. Yeah, let us blow it. Let us end the night with failure. Yeah, nice that he can double them at minimum. Okay. Again, that doesn't actually matter for her. Guess we'll just send him up. That seems good. Oh, she's back. Oh my god. I'm so thrilled to see her actually starting off good. Alright. Oh, I attacked the wrong one. Whoops. What was I thinking? What was I doing there? Oh wow, I've even got animations on. That's like how distracted I am. I'll take a crack. Nice. Yeah, I did that totally out of order, so I cannot reclaim the trees, unfortunately. The trees. Alright, let's bait these jabronis on out of here. And I guess let's give ourselves a little bit of flexibility with him. I have this vague memory of this practice battle having thieves that were impossible to hit in the forest. I don't know if they were patched out or if memory is fake. Yeah, maybe you've got the Mandela effect going on, Rykard. No, this is just a messy fight with bad hit rates all around. It sucks. It's a copy pasta from hard mode, as I understand it, which is why the enemies are such a joke. And thank God for that, because if they weren't, this would be even tougher than Red Canyon. Because good luck hitting these guys. I mean, yeah, it's just not even a fun fight. I'm sure there's an auxiliary here with thieves, though. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it can always get worse, right? Give him pass in addition to this messiness. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. We'd love to see it. Yeah, finally. Oh, he doesn't have a bow. Well, doesn't really matter, but it's annoying. I remember playing this game at launch and telling other people that I had to reset this battle so much because they had passed and ignored forest tiles while having huge dodge. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. I actually didn't play this at launch. It took me a couple months because I had actually started Fates at that point, interestingly enough. So I was wrapping up all the Fates DLC. And I think that they had probably done the first wave of content, like first wave of DLC, by the time I actually got around to this one. Yeah, Maddening was not available at launch. Kind of strange to imagine you not being good at the game though, Rykard, because I've seen you kind of detailing the challenge ideas that you've got. But I guess nobody's really a natural at this. They do have to go through it a couple times to get a feel for the systems and build off of that. Okay, dude, we're getting you out of that forest tile and we're not letting you ever get back into it. First FE game, yeah. Alright, can we, like, actually kill you, please? Well, luckily, I think a lot of people, you know, their first FE game was Awakening. So you weren't too far removed from a lot of other people's first experience with the series. Okay, do we want to take these guys on? Only 2 of them can attack me if I were to do that. But I don't have a lady, I don't have a female friend to help me out. So let's err on the side of caution here, I guess. This would be suffering from a little bit of success if we were to do that. So let's not. Although then again, I guess, you know, Awakening was a huge game, but a lot of people did get the original FE and Sacred Stones and all that. The original FE, of course, the 7th game in the series. Imagine someone's first game was Shadow Dragon. I'd rather not. God, what a messy, muddy, awful-looking game. Have I played this a little too safe? I would contend that I have. Okay, that is fine, actually. Do these guys have any crit at all? 5 crit? Surely everybody has like 5 luck. Well, except her. But that's fine. So we should actually be able to get away with doing a little bit of that. Did not own a 3DS when Awakening launched. I played it after Fates. Playing it after Fates might be a little rough, I would imagine. Since so many of those Fates mechanics were built upon and improved. Okay, again, I'm not going to do the math on this. I refuse to do math, so I'm just going to assume that that's going to work out just fine. And that we will do no success suffering here, as we have Leone one-rounding fools from the woods. Oh dang, we missed a 93. Auspicious start, perhaps. Person who got me into FE has played Fates, but not Awakening, and she's having the same problem. Yeah, I was telling Kronferor, who is oftentimes here, and maybe here already, that when he goes back, like, play Awakening first. Like, you want to play Awakening first. You do not want to put yourself in that position Where you're like, ew, I don't like how random this feels. Yuck. So she still doesn't have a level. Kind of interesting. Come on, give me a level. Oh, okay. So we're just going to have the capture card die again. That's fine. That's fine. We can do that. We can live with that. And no, we did not get a level with Marianne. Hello, hello. There we go. Welcome back, sweetie. Okay, but I lost it on my display. I love OBS. I love it. She's on Awakening for 2 years and is 3 chapters in. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't think it's quite that bad, but I understand completely. Many of the mechanics in Awakening are worse versions of the Faith's one's attack guard stance, just more interesting than pair up. Yeah, the changes made in Faiths, almost all of them are good decisions, which is really commendable, I think. Damn, okay. Gonna end this man's life? There we go, get that +1 hit. Get that money. What do we do here? Do we like feed this to him? Feels like a waste. But there's like no experience to be had here anyway. So what's it matter? Marianne wants to recover the time in screen she lost in the last run. Yeah, she wants the screen time. She's a real prima donna this time, I'll say that much. I played Rev using only Awakening related units plus female Corrin. It was interesting. Well, seeing that sentence, you were the first person to ever say anything related to Rev was interesting. So I'm impressed. Color me impressed. Alright. I think that I'm going to go to the bathroom and I'm going to take some more pills. Because it's pill time, baby. Yeah, let's get through this training first. You know, I think we want physic more than we want anything else, don't we? These are both so even. I don't remember how many points we get from like a normal like weekly passive training. Well, that helps. Damn, okay. Go off, Queen. So we should be able to get these both then. And for you, yeah, the challenge is Physic. I think we do want Physic more than we want Blizzard. Blizzard is so, like, uncertain. Okay, and then, yes, we get our curved shot. Thank you. Thank God. Curved shot. And we gotta keep going, I guess, to the, probably the logical conclusion here as quickly as possible to get her away from using Lance at all. Did an Astra Ninja master lethality Corrin with boon and dexterity? It kind of worked. Well, Master Ninja, baby. That's always gonna work well, right? What a good class that is. I think Josh, aka Warrior Jaybird here, finding that out in their run that they're doing. Which, by the way, so I have a shout-out button, but I would have to shout out your co-conspirator here. So I don't know if that will work since he's not in chat. Would that work? Yeah, there we go. So you can see what Josh has been up to on this channel. Iron Manning Conquest and doing really well. Only 1 unit lost. You guys are at what, chapter 19 now? No, you guys completed 20. So you guys are at the stairway now, if memory serves. Did Master Ninja Xander and put a chef's hat on him? Even if his performance hadn't worked out, it would have been totally worth it. Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, the chef is in, baby. I think that is maybe a good opportunity to use the famous Saxima Fumpet kissing off the marinara sauce from your fingertips. Yeah, I don't think we really need to push Axe for her quite yet. Probably better to get that D+ and then start pushing Axe. And probably just passively at first. Alright. What do we do here? So Sagittae is pretty good for him. We can probably make do with him not getting healed. But I don't know how quickly he's going to end up getting Sagittae if we're not actively training him, and we are definitely not actively training him. Okay, so she's done with that, which means you know what's next. It's Reason all the way. It is Reason until like December of this year. Yeah, we'll leave that. Well, guess it might make sense to split like that for a bit. Yeah, that's fine. That works. Yep, we're good. Stairway is like kind of my favorite level in that game now. I used to really not like it, but now I love it. I really dislike Fuga still. I'm not a fan of Fuga's Wild Ride at all. It's tough to look at. I whine the whole time I play that map. And I also really, really dislike Hinoka's map, which is why I do the two-turn clear on that one. But Stairway, I love Stairway. Also, it helps that the third shop opens up right beforehand. So I always feel like, oh, now we're free. So I have that freedom of doing what I've been waiting several chapters to do. Do you make Leonie a pig knight? She's a force of nature when she gets starting below. Yes. Yeah, she will go, she'll start at Archer, she'll go to Brigand, she'll go to Pig Knight, and she'll go Wyvern. Both Wyvern Rider and Lord. One and then the other. And she is like the most important person to keep alive for Chapter 13. So she will be babied, for sure. Leonie blows as a unit, yes. See, I don't have an ability to link to Triabolical's YouTube channel automatically. Pardon me. So I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way here. I'm going to look it up, and I'm going to paste it into chat. Let's see, how far back? How far back is the this unit blows? Who will find it first? Will it be me or Triabolical himself? Dang, you are pushing so many videos out, Try. I don't even see it. There we go. There it is. 1995, baby. It's the 90s. That's why I let my run end, because it's the 90s. Yeah, I wish I could automate that. And also, since I've gone like mad with power, let's also try and spell Kroi's name correctly. Let's see if I did that right. There we go. Everyone go to Kuroi's channel. He streams around the same time that I do. And is an incredible player. What are we doing here? Do we have any, like, thresholds? Ooh, let's do these. Let's get these out of the way. And then I really need to go to the bathroom and take those pills.
それにし
なん
俺よりよ
Okay. So we have not begun our trip down the bow pathway quite yet. Could send Lorenz to Reason. That might be the smart thing to do, because that might benefit Lysithia as well as Marianne. And Hilda, although I doubt she would be included in that. Nothing to gain here, nothing to gain here. Yeah, it looks like Reason. Whatever includes Reason would be the thing. Reason and Bow. Ooh la la. Yeah, let's do that.
さらに理解をこんなの役に立つのか
Let's go kill these people in the canyon. Yeah, get them, boys. Alright, I'm gonna save. I'll be back in like 3 minutes. I swear, I'll set the timer this time, so we'll keep track of it.
Fire Emblem.
Okay, not too bad. 3.5 minutes. Pretty good for like peeing quickly and taking a bunch of pills. I was so caught up in my failure, I forgot that I have good drops for losing an Iron Man run. Oh, are they not going to play? Really?
Seriously, what the fuck am I doing?
There we go. Should have played that immediately. What else do we have? There we go.
That
Unit.
was squishier than I thought it was gonna be.
Uh-huh. Yep, basically. Yep. How'd you get the 29-second bathroom run PB? It was tool assisted. Clearly. I mean, it's just not humanly possible to run that number down below 30 seconds unless you've got an amazing tool assist. And that's exactly what happened. Went back and watched a version 1.0 practice battle, so your memory is confirmed fake. Yeah, see how much better you are now? That's all the proof you should need to know that you are now a Fire Emblem baller. What kind of tools are you using? I mean, if you were following the channel more closely all the time, Josh, you would know. I talk about these tools all the time. I'm just kidding. I would never share that secret. But, yeah. Oh, I think also I should have probably pressed this button too.
Why are you guys bullying me?
Yeah, that was definitely a bullying moment. Guess I might have mixed up my memory with the thieves. Oh yeah, the thieves standing in the fucking forest tiles. Yeah, easy to do. Easy to mix those up. Alright, who we bring? We're bringing him. Bye, Raph. Take those gauntlets back, though. Okay, what do we need to buy? We definitely want vulneraries. Look at this greedy woman with all those vulneraries. It's very tough to say vulnerary when you are trying to not make contact between teeth. Through a complicated dance reposition chain, Brad was able to reach everywhere he wanted to be and return in a single turn. Yeah, chapter 13 was like probably me at my strongest. That was like, felt good. That was a good feeling chapter. Yeah, I actually didn't use Stride, did I? Yeah, that worked out well. Alright, we're gonna need another iron sword. Actually, she might need it. Oh, she's got a training sword. So how fast are these evildoers? These guys are super fast. 14 attack speed. But she's actually in pretty good shape. So I'll try and do as much tanking with her as possible. Yeah, 8 attack speed. So she'll get rallied up to 12. So she will not get doubled by these guys. Amazing. The training lance might end up getting chewed up, but she can pull from somebody else if need be. So we do probably want to have like another couple iron lances available to us. Maybe another training lance too. Oh yes. Oh, Chronolyn, yes, thank you for the plan. Oh, and the plan is whole again because I never edited it. I never changed it after Marianne died. I must have known that this was going to happen. And so Byleth ended up going Wyvern Lord instead of Falcon Knight, which I'll probably do again. That seemed to work out really well. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to change here, if anything. It might be the case that we just kind of fade Marianne into the background a little bit more, as opposed to investing heavily into Falcon Knight, because Seteth, if we use him again, does do really well with Flayn as his backpack, though we can make that decision later. Also interested to see if I want to end up investing in that exact Bernie again, because we didn't really get to use rescue at all, which I'm mad about, because I have a button for rescue. You know what? I'm gonna press it. This is my treat. So the first time we rescued somebody, I was gonna press this button.
Come here, you little fuck!
It's perfect.
Come on! I'm gonna get you over my head like a big boy!
That's what Bernadetta was gonna do. Come here, you little fuck. That would have been great. But it was stolen from us. Kenshi Knight, good class. But yeah, that's basically what she is. I love Kenshi Knight. But not for Mozu. Mozu should be a sniper. Leave the Kenshi Knight to others. Okay, what do we do? What do we do? Let's give her another Iron Lance in case she burns through it very quickly. And let's give him... I guess this other Iron Lance we can be selective with. And Ignatz is gonna eat shit against this archer no matter what. The archer doesn't kill him though, right? 17 attack, 4 defense. Oh, I guess he kinda does. Can he be sped up in any way? How do I normally do this? Do I normally use him? I must use him or something. Okay, so we'll just rally speed him down here to draw that guy over. Are we looking okay here now? I would say we are. A lot of iron bows. She needs an iron bow. As does she. Okay, 3 iron bows. That's what we're missing. Man, going to war is expensive. Alright, buddy. Try not to let that Bowbane hold you back. Okay, Voln. And we'll leave that one in the convoy. Okay. You can reach that spot, you can rally, you can step aside. Who matters the least here? They all kind of matter. Probably her. Okay, I think we're good. We've got battalions equipped. We got plenty of equipment. Yes, let us begin. Yes, Queen. I prefer Paladin Bernie. My Bernies tend to die. Well, Chai, your Bernies tend to miss 99% crits multiple times in a row, so like, might have something to do with it. Yeah, I'm not sure if Bernie is worth the effort to me. I gotta really think about it. Our first recruitments are going to be Ferdinand, Ingrid, and we're gonna get to be support with Annette at that same time and hope she joins quickly. Send you over here. You have 5 attack speed. You've got 10 attack speed, so we just give you a little bit of the rally-dally. And now you are not doubling him. Very nice. Okay. I probably should have put Byleth maybe in this spot. Probably won't matter. Okay. But if I don't know, I gotta figure out if I want to just try and like burn through Flames or Riding Bane, or do something else entirely. Oh, that's good. I was hoping that they would wait to this side instead of this side, so I'm happy with that. Don't really have a ton of people on this side to handle this dude, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's clear the way here. Clear a path. There's our level for our totally living girl. Magic and res, really? That's what we waited for?
Dumb bitch.
That's too mean. That's too mean. She deserves better. I unequipped Ignis' weapon here so he could bait the archer without getting doubled. He got critted. Yeah, that's the problem. When you don't have these damn skills bailing you out. Okay, so this probably is a good spot for you. Do we use a curved shot for a little bit more killing potential? I would wager we do not. No, we just need a tiny chip. A little baby chip. We risk it. We risk it in chapter 1. Okay, how we do this? Explain yourself, sir. I wish I could. I wish I could. So you're not at risk of being doubled. Yeah, you're fine. Okay, so we have a little bit of room to work here, I think. Well, that's not great. One, two, three, four. This is probably our best hit right here. It's basically saying I had to do it to him. Alright, so let's make sure you got your training lance. Let's make sure that we've got our training. I guess we probably need a training lance too, don't we? So we reduce the crit risk. Jesus Christ. Yeah, because she doesn't have a sword. She has 6 luck. Was that a crit risk? Yeah, technically it was. So one of those like no-win situations. Yeah, but basically, Kron, Marianne turned in her grave right out of the grave and into the land of the living. Yeah, we spawned the reinforcements in the Petra Bernadetta Prologue, and we had all 4 of our fail conditions in range of meteor, and the meteor fell on Claude's head after we used our 2 remaining turns to move Petra and Bernadetta out of the way. Oh, really? Really? So, yeah, definitely a crucial mistake on my part to not have memorized what spawns the reinforcements. I don't know why I'm advancing. I'm not advancing. I'm retreating. Yeah, it's a stupid paralogue in so many ways. Not the first time it's bit me in the ass, that's for sure. I'm a little concerned we're not going to be able to outrun this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. I guess technically we can. We may have to step in and get a little creative here. I sure do miss my movement skills, that is for sure. Man, I can't believe I made it this far in with the animations on. Again, I'm not myself here. Too distraught. Okay, I have no idea where he's actually going to go. But let's assume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I guess this is attack speed 10. Yeah, we can be made to have 10. We'll stick to the Ignat's side, of course, for the rally. I think that's fine. I did make this tougher on myself again by just like running in when I shouldn't have. So there's no reason to bait this guy with damage, like at all. We get nothing from it. See how that plays out. That should be fine. Going for the same lineup, a little undecided. Most everything I did worked out, aside from Bernie, and didn't get a chance to test Marianne, obviously, you know, for obvious reasons. But, you know, things like Annette, Wyvern Leone, Wyvern Seteth, Wyvern Sylvain, that all worked out really well. So yeah, a little tough to say at this point. So these guys have pass. So this is where it gets a little interesting, and of course we have no ability to do anything here. Okay. So what we can do, I guess, do probably want to try and box this guy in as best we're able to. Except I don't think we can we? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we can't. We cannot box him in. Just make Bernie a wyvern. Yes, all wyverns. Oops, all wyverns. Okay, so we got to be a little, like, damage averse here. Jesus Christ, these hit rates. How do I normally do this? So even if we gave ourselves that bracelet that I forgot to equip, that would put us at 12 charm, that would still be bad hit rates. Still be looking at like a 50%er. We are pinned in a little bit. And we do have, you know, like even our best combat arts are only so good. I feel like this guy's just really got to be clocked with a Tempest Lance. We don't, I mean, these guys don't take a ton of damage from that. I mean, it's fatal if they get hit by it twice. So I think... So we have no supports with anybody. Well, we have a support with him. So that would be, what, 5% increase in Gambit hit rate? Really not substantial enough. Definitely annoying when they're in a good formation for a Gambit. Even he only has 10 charm. But you can't quite pull it off. Okay, basically we've got to use him on this guy. But I think we have to do it from here, just in case. And we got bailed out with that hit. Gotta find a way to, like, somewhat safely handle our business here. Which we could do with another curved shot, but that would waste a lot of damage from Leone. And Nosferatu is very heavy for some reason, which is kind of upsetting. And we can't really do much here, short of picking a god and praying. And our very strong young lady here. Bernie with no guard adjutant. Well, you would just do blessing on her, I guess. It's kind of the way around it. Okay, so you're kind of fast. And you get us into range. 5 attacks with you would still get doubled, but maybe we could... No, not much we can do for you. Boy, I sure do hate these early chapters. Okay. I guess I should have bought maybe another steel bow for him. Why's my guy gotta have pass? That's what's really killing me here. We're on a mission to once again kill Marianne, evidently. Okay, so if that lands, we need another 14, which we cannot get from you, so we would need a combination. And you can only go here, so you're also kind of clogging up my situation here. So if he's standing next to Hilda, then that's a kill, but the problem is we need Hilda to go kill this other dude too. Trade relative bow for a little better hit. Yes, potentially. Just a little worried about our just overall killing power here. I mean, I know every little bit does help. So, I mean, this is basically like a given at this point that that needs to be the move there, because that's just so much damage. Would be nice if we had a guy here instead of Marianne. Could play for the crits. Yeah, okay, so, I mean, basically, if we get rid of this guy with these 3 units, then I think we should be fine, and especially this would give Sylvain the boost that he needs also, because he'll be next to Hilda if Hilda's the person here. So I think that, yeah, that's basically the play. Yeah, we'll go Tempest Lance on that. 92%. I think we're committed to that. Yeah, oh, so much better. Don't miss it, please. Okay, and then... And then this. And then that. Okay. In addition to my pain pills, I also took a Benadryl because my allergies are going off a little bit. In your defense, you thought it would be at least 5 hit. Yeah, 5 is if you've got a C support. I mean, I had to do it, undoubtedly. So these guys don't have pass this time? Oh, they do have pass. Okay, but these guys get split up. The longer we make these guys travel together, the more this guy falls behind. So we will continue to not push ahead. Sure, why not? Let's ensure that we use that. Would have been nice if we could have gotten Loren's heal. But Sagittae actually does make him decent even at level 1, so hopefully we do get that when we're still using him. Peak game design. Alright, these guys have pass, so they'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think we probably do want to bait. If we can. And of course we can't with the people I want to bait with. So I guess we'll bait with Byleth. Well, no, we've got a turn. Yeah. We're good. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoa, hello. Again, assuming that they actually take that path. And, you know, it is 3 houses AI, so you never know. You never know. Dumb AI. Oh, yeah, see, they're going on the right side. Which, you know, I didn't quite expect. So, they have... Oh, they've got the 14. Yeah, so it's got to be her. Yeah, she's got plenty of uses of that. Give her the Rally Dally. Hit him with a Razzle Dazzle. Guess maybe I should have had Byleth there instead of Claude next to her. At least they're not hitting us with, like, battalions here, like hitting us with gambits. Which to make an unbearable chapter even less bearable. Okay, that guy, really not that scary, but I've said that before tonight and paid the price. 8 crits. Yeah, we're not out of the woods with him, that's for sure. Yeah, I probably should have let them come out even more. Perhaps a silly mistake on my part. Okay, so we can do this. What's your attack speed? 7? Well, that's nice. How much damage are you doing? 10 attack. So my 4 res, you're doing 6. Maybe we should be doing this instead. Yes, I think that was the play. We'll try and get everybody up to level 5. What do we make of that? I mean, I think I know what that's called. That's a bulk level, if I've ever seen one. Oh, press the button. Come on, work.
Look at this little brick shit house.
Yeah, that's quite a level. That's fine. So we have all these people to kill this one guy. Alright. Funny thing is, these guys deal enough damage that they would probably forego doing any gambit shenanigans. True. Yeah, they're doubling. I mean, that's like step 1 to success here. Okay, let's just like break this bow. We're kind of actually out of real estate here. So we want to make sure that we have our fail-safes in place. Oh, come on. Really? Is that the best we can do here? Really? Why must it be this way? Why must we always endure these mid-90s hit rates? Wow, I mean, I don't like that.
I don't care if I die at all. Everything has sucked lately.
Agree. Especially tonight at around maybe 10:15 p.m. I think that in particular was when it sucked the most. Okay, people without pass. What a treat. Again, he attacks her, the person who can counter, and doesn't attack the guy who's got the spear equipped or the lance equipped that can't attack back. Just 3 houses AI things, like usual. Yeah, I've been too impatient. I do not normally play this far up. Okay, another strength speed. Okay, well, I paid the price for getting greedy, I guess.
You fucking suck!
No, that's wrong. She's good, and we love her. Take that back, you monster. Okay, we will fall back again, I guess. Is this the last wave that comes after me? I think it might be. Marianne Melee Nosferatu would have been the play. Kron, whose side are you on, dude? I think you might be a bandit at heart. Wow, is this guy gonna like really outrun them? Yeah, he is. Yes, please, cross my bridge. Is she leveled up yet? Not yet. Chaotic neutral. Oh, and they're gonna get hung up by the bush too. What was that maneuver? Well, now we're gonna choke it off here. Let's get the Ignats into position here. I mean, I do kind of like this map, but I am glad the whole game is not quite like this. Alright, thank you. Thank you. Wow, so bulky. Do we have a more sure thing here? Yes, I would say we do. Okay, do you guys have like some stunning amount of crit? Okay, yeah, both go for it, guys. Go ahead and try and both attack him. We'll see how it goes for you. Alright. Would be nice to get a level onto Lysithea here. Little extra hit rates. A fan of that. Don't use that one. Okay, if he misses this, Ignatz can clean up. Okay, now we pursue. We are done playing hard to get. I enjoy that the enemies get triggered in waves on this map. That's good design on early maps. Three Houses aggression mod. I mean, I don't like the Awakening style of like everybody rushing you all at once, so I definitely do appreciate them taking their time. Especially if they're going to toss pass onto them. I mean, I like that it kind of incentivizes you to be really good with your positioning and stuff in Awakening. 9 attack speed. Are we guaranteed? Yeah, we should be good. But I don't know. I don't need that. I don't need that on so many maps in a row. What do we do here? Let's do this. Okay. We will go in next turn, I think. Let's double check our sword. Attack speed of 8. He's got 9. Not getting doubled. There's just one dude who can attack us here. Okay, let's do this. Can we double you back? We need 13, so we need 9 with the training lance. Not even close. Actually, we can use this one. Pivot you here. Bring you over for the rally. Yes, I think we are feeling good, folks. Feeling good about ourselves. That doesn't matter at all. Great, okay. What? Jesus. These guys do so much damage! Awakening does do some stuff in waves, but it tends to be the first half and the second half a lot of the time. Yeah, when I close my eyes and I think about Awakening, the thing I think about is, what is it, Chapter 5, with the wyverns coming down the mountain. It's like, no thank you, do not like. Problem neutralized. You can't steal that treasure, we stole that treasure. Okay, Lycidia, dude, please. Please, I need you to hit these. Cool, HP plus 5, I like that. Strength, magic, charm.
So boring.
You come back to life for this? Okay. Would be nice to keep the battalions alive and healthy. So she's at level 4, he's at level 4, he's at level 3. He does have a sword proficiency, right? So I think we can probably get away with this. Position the murder ball. This is making me feel like playing Three Houses, but university starts up soon for me. Well, you can just do what I did and start a challenge run and then fail it. I mean, it's not the fastest way to play, but it will allow you to focus on university pretty quickly. Yes, how does this look? Oof. Yes, the tactical gameplay of Three Houses. Position the blob. Make the blob attack. It's all about the blob. What if you get a HP, Dex, Luck, Res level up? Do you consider that good? Depends on the unit. I mean, honestly, it's starting to blend into like Felicia territory. Luck and Res only. What is this? I was like, is this the same one you just quoted? Def, Charm, Speed, HP? I mean, that's not a good level for him. We're gonna call that bad.
My condolences.
I mean, keep in mind also, I only have 30 good drops, but I've got like 80 bad ones because so often life is worse than it is good. Alright, our first level onto Lycidia. It's going to be a good one. Is that good? No, let's call it bad.
We got a certified chode on our hands.
Rude? Rude. I would not call her a chode. She is chodish. She is a chodette. This kind of maims us, but I want that experience onto him. Alright, who's got the key? Did I send the key to the convoy? You've got it. Totally forgot Charm. I feel like I get a lot of bad level ups too. Wanted to check that. Maybe I do that today. Yeah, checking the average stats can be illuminating. You'll find out like, oh wow, I was really unlucky in this, but I was really lucky elsewhere. It can be interesting to see where it offsets. I didn't even look at who this is, just an archer. This is the guy who ends up like at the tip top of the stairs, which is like the worst place to be. I remember him now. Probably do want him to handle it. And she's only got physic left, which is good for her. Boy, she's like pulling out quite a lead on Lysithia. Okay, 10 attack speed. Can we double with the iron gauntlets? Yes, we can. So let's rally you. Go punch him up. Okay, would like to not get that 6th level onto you when other people are still at 4. What do we do now? I think just like bait them by walking down the stairs. Catch them, you fools, they're getting away. I swear to God, if I replay this entire game and let Marianne die again, I'm going to be furious. I'm going to be so mad at myself. She must live. Damn, another archer.
So is this all I can expect from this relationship?
New follower. I didn't actually see who that was though, because the overlay was not so good. It looked like maybe Chillbug? Chillig? Don't know. And I don't see you in chat because, of course, Twitch is always super late in showing that type of thing. But thank you for the follow. Whoever you are, mysterious person, welcome to the second attempt at this Iron Man. The first attempt failed earlier tonight on like chapter 18 or something when we did a Prologue that we should just not have done. Got ourselves a little meteor dropped in our head and that was the end of that. So now we're back to basics. And I think this time it's going to go great. This time we're going to win. We're going to make our parents proud. We're going to have to take the antenna off of our car because every time we drive around town after it's well understood how well we did on this run, all of the women, the babes, will be throwing their undergarments at us. It's going to get caught on the antenna of the car. It's going to slow us down. It's going to decrease our fuel efficiency. We don't have that kind of money. It's the middle of a pandemic. It's just better for everyone if we probably just don't disclose publicly that we've done well. So this is a secret between me and you, chat. Like, we got to keep this in-house. If we don't, the circumstances are pretty dire. I think this is probably fine. Ooh, missing it. So close to affiliate, yeah, kinda, right? 44 followers now, getting there. Hubert Meteor to Claude. Wait, I tuned out. What's this again? What about the keeping the secret between us? Again, see, you can't tune out. You gotta stay engaged in the stream. Okay, surely we can kill you with you. That's how it's done. Okay. Very nice. I said you've got to study, Josh. You got to study the stream. Like, this is your job. You're talking about university. No, this is your new university. This is how you learn the secrets of ending runs quickly, failing fast, and impressing friends. Failing fast, by the way, 66 hours in. Very fast failure. Thoroughly punished for your sins. Facts. What do we do here? Can we get this kill onto... I don't know, who's close? Like, we need Leone at level 5. We need him at level 5. He's so close. He's so close. Let's just get that on him, get that out of the way, and move on with our lives. There we go. Okay. Oh, shit! What? What? Is that really? Wow, that came up 2 times in a row. That's unacceptable. We need a really mean one for him.
Stinky!
We need meaner. Magic and HP. What do you think you are, a mage? Think you're a mage now, bitch?
You ruined my fucking life!
Magicians suck. We will not stand for this, Sylvain. You were so good in the last run. Is this our punishment? Is this what happens for losing the run? Now we go back to the dark ages of the Sylvain who got 2 points of defense across 19 levels? Is that what we're after here, dude? That was his first level. I'm not impressed. Alright, so now we can theoretically get Leone a kill here. More magic. Mage Sylvain, Mage Krylith time. Another bad level.
So bad and so evil.
Very evil. Donnie, you wouldn't believe it if I told you how bad this is going with these levels. Level 5. Okay, she will not let us down 2 levels in a row. I mean, it's strength, but it's not speed.
This is just getting worse and worse.
I feel like I'm sitting on an atomic bomb waiting for it to go off.
Me too.
It's my favorite one. I was just describing last stream how I wish I got that one more often. Me too. I feel like I'm sitting on an atomic bomb waiting to go off. That's exactly what I would say if someone told me that. Me too. Oh, and Karoy, I don't know if you're still around, but I remember you were in chat the day I was describing my desire to have a tippy-top condition drop. And we finally found the tippy-top condition when you were streaming a few days ago. So we're bringing tippy-top back. Whoa, hello. Okay, we are almost done with this. Thank God, I'm ready for bed. I just love this early Three Houses experience of just dragging 4 move units across a map, to and fro, left and right, up and down. Alright, we are activating this gentleman. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we should be able to gang up on him at that point. So I think we can be a little aggressive here. Yep, you missed the tippy top, but it's coming back. It's coming back into style. You just have 1 in 30 odds of finding it again when you're present. Yeah, great, and Kron, it's a bunch of bullshit is what it is. Okay, whatever. This arrangement defies logic to me. 10 attack speed. Okay, does anybody need to get their class mastery still? Him. You. Would you like to do your part? Stand here like a absolute rube? And not get crit, hopefully? Got 10 crit. Surely you've got 3 crit avoid from this. Nice. Expertly done. Alright, sir. Get so riled up that you gotta come hunt me down and kill me. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3. Okay, accurate range. Come on down. And me without my stride. So you are person who needs it. First time chat. I don't know how to pronounce that. Are you San Francisco Adelhug or Svaldahug? Also, welcome to chat. Was there a reason you chose Golden Deer for the Iron Man or just personal preference? I guess both. I mean, I'm doing full recruitment, so it doesn't really matter.
So is this all I can expect from this relationship?
Crunkers, hello. Welcome. Welcome, Crunkers. What a great name. I love that name. Chapter 13 is really easy with Leone, as I kind of demonstrated in the last run. That failed, but not in Chapter 13. I love having Leone right from the start. I think Leone's like the best unit in the game, basically. So just having her, and having Lysithea without having to worry about recruiting her with like a B support or training up in a bunch of faith or magic or reason or whatever it needs to be. I like Claude's personality. I'm not really a big fan of like the Dimitri and Edelgard wars, as people who have been following this channel for a while know. I'm just like not interested. So I kind of just appreciate Claude's remove from the situation. But in terms of like actual concrete endgame, I mean, like the last map is really easy for Golden Deer also. It just seems like the highest odds for success and a pretty pleasurable route to get to the end game. Yeah, I would say Golden Deer is probably like easy mode compared to the other ones. Okay, what am I doing here? We need to get like 20 damage onto this dude. That's pretty reliable. And then our man here, finish the job. I like that these are not snipers. We don't have Vantage. And is that a good level? Oh, we're gonna press the good button for that.
He's huge!
He is absolutely huge. Golden Deer is my final new game maddening route. Oh yeah, it'll be a treat. It'll be very easy for you. Claude is so removed that he's using a weapon outside of the weapon triangle. Yes, this is something I sometimes get myself into hot water on in like Raisin streams, where I'm like, the weapon triangle is ruined in this game, and I wish that the ability slots didn't have to be used for weapon proficiencies, because the weapon triangle doesn't matter, because bows exist, and so on and so forth. And I get told, no, you're wrong. Bad opinion haver. But it would be nice if the weapon triangle existed here. Okay, so it was merely Claude. Oh, and you know what? Now I'm remembering back our previous sins from the last round. This was the one that caused us a lot of heartache, was he didn't get his class mastery on this map like everybody else did. And so we had to go back and get it, and it slowed him down big time. So we're going to get that for him by hook or by crook, goddammit. It is going to happen. And are you a fast? Yeah, you are. You're very fast. We're all extremely impressed at your speed, sir. But we're going to put a lady right next to him, and you will do us no harm. Okay, it would be nice to, again, get Lysithea a little bit more engaged here so she's not quite so far behind. Yeah, we're up to 45 followers now. We're closing in on affiliate so I can spread the miserable Dorothea emotes of my dreams That obscene hat, that obscenity must be removed from our site. We must begin our campaign against the vile Dorothea hat. Nice to hit that. Would like an option to turn on or off the classic weapon triangle. Kron, I totally agree. Weapon proficiency is stupid as a skill. Oh, Matt Damon. I've loved your movies for years, but now I couldn't love you more. Feels like a last-minute addition to account for any class being able to use any weapon. Yes. Exactly. So you're putting into words my feelings. That's totally the way that I feel about it. It's ridiculous that it eats into your skill slot. It removes some creativity from the game as a function of that. So yeah, I find it kind of like a miserable solution to a problem that they've invented. And again, like, I know I'm that guy who's like, fates, 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 but fates makes so many small, good decisions that it makes those same decisions that were ignored here or arrived at incorrectly feel even worse. So don't play Fire Emblem Fates on the Nintendo family of systems. You probably didn't need me to tell you that, since everybody else on the internet says it all the time. Okay, and the other big blunder that we made in the first run was almost getting Byleth doubled and killed by this guy, and then having Sylvain have to endure a 3% crit chance to not be killed as well. So we will definitely not do that this time. We will not be foolish. We will absolutely account for our slow Byleth. And we do have, yes, plenty of crit avoid. Yeah, he's not even doubling her at this point. He does have a battalion, so I guess he could hit us with a little bit of the disturbance. So let's maybe back away, since we are obviously nowhere near having restore. And yeah, let's Scooby-Doo this. As I said last time, we just like all stand around in a circle and shoot arrows at him. I think it might be there to stay to appeal to casuals. Yes, agree. Fate's knives are some of the coolest weapons in the series, and I was shocked that they weren't in Three Houses. I love knives. I love the debuffs. I know it's kind of a pain to like keep track of them. Keeping track of the debuffs. Oh, owned. Absolutely owned. But I think it's worth it. I think that it really does add quite a bit of a strategic element to the game. That is sadly missing here. Okay, yeah, we got everybody to level 5 that needed to go there. So we'll try and save this kill for her. She does not have the best odds. Yeah, we're all trying to find the guy who did this. It's him! Get him! Gang up on him! Okay, yeah, finish this off, please. Please hit this. There it is. Nice, like an entire level from that. And it's gonna be a good one. That's a good one. Tippy top shape? Come on, let's end the night right. Oh, you're not gonna play? Come on. I know it's late. Oh, just a ho-ho. Let's press it again.
Anything for my princess.
I tried. Listen, I can't keep pressing the button. Just like Intelligent Systems couldn't finish or couldn't fix Chapter 13, I also cannot press the button multiple times, despite controlling the button. I'm helpless. Also want beast units to return. Beast units. I didn't really like Keaton and Caden, and I certainly haven't played Path of Radiance, so I'm not really familiar with those beast units there either. I know that there are catmen and catwomen. I guess that's kind of cool. I like cats. Wish that tomes were in this game as well. Learn magic and tomes. Oh, that would be so nice. I mean, so many times you are just really locked into a certain unit just because you want rescue or you want warp. It would be nice to, I don't know, have some path forward with the characters that you personally like. Like, in a game that has so much other flexibility, it feels strange that the rallies and the spells are so predetermined. It just feels unsatisfying to me. I wish that we could have I don't know, a blended path forward to allow for that. Like, just like a single warp and a single rescue that you acquire in like chapter 16 or 17 that you can just assign to a student of your choosing, just like the dancer class. I think that would be great. Sylvain, I love you, but I'm not made of money. Alright, so this is about where I normally end up. Cryolith, we did make great use of swap in the last run, so we'll continue that. We will continue apace. Yeah, and you mastered that, so you're good. The beast units in Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn are wacky as hell. The way they work is so radically different. It's divisive. You like it or you hate it. Yeah, I've seen some people who like transform into a beast immediately, and others you gotta wait for. Kind of weird, right? A little strange. Yeah, we'll make him a fighter. It is nice to have like a shove user. We might have two if we go with Bernie again. And God knows we used reposition like crazy with her. Same thing with Sylvain, who will also be a flyer. Sweet, and that's it. And I guess we do have access to intermediate seals now. Okay, so we will want to be buying those up when we have the chance, because we're going to send people through numerous intermediate classes. Yeah, and let's do this really quick. And then I think I'm done. I think I'm done for the night. Because it is 1 a.m. PST. Number one time zone in the world. My tooth hurts so bad I can barely even mutter that sentence. And certainly not with the enthusiasm that the PST time zone deserves. Yeah, these are all in Monastery. Okay, so the night didn't go the way we all planned, did it? But there is hope for the future. We have a living Marianne. So important, so clutch, so key to have that. We have a new meme of a meteor dropping on Claude's head and killing him instantly. So look forward to how I will find a way to make that into a wonderful meme. And yeah, we'll see. I guess I don't know. Let's go investigate, shall we? Who else is using Twitch.tv at the moment? Is this accurate? Is Clara playing Pokemon? It looks like she is. Yeah, so let's go visit Shotgun Runner, a swell gal down in the Philippines. Favorite of mine. Interesting to see that Kron Furore is not streaming tonight, our usual target. Usually we flip a coin between Kuroi and Kron, but not an option tonight. Expectations shattered. King of Fighters 15 expectation shattering entered my mind when he said that. Yeah, Kron is usually streaming right now. Kron has betrayed us. Yeah, and Josh bullied into watching Three Houses. Yeah, bitch, you better keep watching too. Study the stream. Study the stream. You will find so many secrets, so many tips. But yeah, so please stick around for the raid. I appreciate everybody who followed. I appreciate everyone who came over in a raid and stuck around for a while. I don't know who that might be. But again, yeah, thanks for hanging out. And I will see you guys on the flip side. And hey, Donald, why don't you, Donnie, play us out.
Dump it. Trash it. This one's garbage. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.
Drake, are you okay? Predictable!